What's crack-a-lackin', Uncle Hood? Welcome back, baby. Welcome back. www.theunclehood.com. WMP September 24th edition is now about to go viral. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you from coast to coast, LA to Chicago, that once again decided to pass your afternoon or evening with us. In the southeast corner, we have Uncle Dirty Dur and a couple of mini-me's. Usually it's one or two. This time there's a bunch of them. What's going on back there? I have absolutely no idea. If I'm able to take a snapshot, maybe two selfies, pretend just to capture what's happening in the southeast corner, get on Twitter or Instagram at official tums. And of course, facebook.com/The Uncle Mike Show. Last week's program, another beautiful segment Uncle Dirty and the Suits put together. We had Jeremy Rubin who came in. He is one of the most respected individuals in the MMA industry, in the entire global circle here in Montreal. Any type of fight card on the table, Jeremy Rubin has some kind of affiliation. We were very blessed to meet him, interact with him, talk to him. And of course, once everything was said and done, we asked him if he wants to come in studio, and he came in, and the rest was history. If you happen to miss this program, very simple, www.theunclehood.com. We have our archives one after the other. 250 plus programs, and there is no end in sight. When the show started, I did mention three words. No, not three words, but three letters. WMP, baby. Wednesday Mass Production. Starts off 7:30 with the Uncle Mike Show. And then at 9:30 p.m. with the brand new co-host. I call him, the Uncle Hood calls him, the sixth man. And of course, the host of the John K Show, John Kakulakis. It is now 4 minutes past our program's time. And I wanted to mention a quick little something. After Jeremy's program came to a halt, we went in the green room, started to chit-chat a little bit, and we found out that her sister is in a sport that back in the days when I was younger, it was one of the sports that I used to find pretty fascinating. Why? I used to enjoy rollerblades. I've always enjoyed women. And then all of a sudden, there was collision. I've liked football. So I think roller derby is like a football game with a couple of, Playboy models getting to go toe-to-toe. Rollerblade derby is one of the oldest sports, and I thought it was dead. After doing some research, we found out that Jeremy Rubin's sister happens to be very, very involved in this particular sport. So Uncle Dirty told me if we're able to grab this talented individual and book her in the month of October, I think we have another women's month ready to blow off, Uncle Mike. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, do you remember the last couple of times, the last couple of years, we've had a month dedicated to women? Well, this year is October, baby. October here on the Uncle Mike Show is dedicated to women. What does that mean? Well, very simple. Every single musical break, we will be using women artists. Every single quote we use, we will be using women's quotes. Every single coast to coast we use, we will be using women's displays. But the most importantly, we will be using women as our guests 5 weeks consecutive. Uncle Dirty, when you told me we have Mary Pearl, the legendary ring girl, coming in October 1st, I said that's the best way to start off a women's dedicated month. If you're in the boxing community, if you're in the MMA community, I believe this face is very recognizable. Every single time we go to one of these events, she happens to be there. Why? very professional, very beautiful, and very charismatic. Mary Pearl will come in studio October 1st, next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m., www.theunclehood.com, coast to coast, baby, LA to Chicago. Right now, we already have a second guest booked, October 23rd. If you have your agenda open, you're going to wonder, whoa, wait a minute, this doesn't even fall on a Wednesday. What the hell is going on, Uncle Mike? Well, if we want to get talented people, well, we have to be a little bit flexible. October 23rd, we have a life coach coming in studio. Rita Jade. Very young, very enthusiastic, and eager to learn. Never mind she wants to learn, she's already started to teach her learnings. I remember asking my wife, honey, look, can I be very honest? Life coach. Do you know what this is? It's, she goes to me, I think it's someone that tells you what to do. Whoa, wait a minute. I go, wait a minute. So I call Rita straight away. My wife is Rita. This life coach is Rita, so don't get mixed up. All right, so I move from wifey Rita to life coach Rita, and I tell her, yeah, I did a little research, and apparently life coaches tell us what to do. No, Mike, you have all your information all wrong. I'll come in studio and make sure everybody knows exactly what a life coach is. www.theunclemikeshow.com. It is now 7:38 right here in the Uncle Hood studio. Don't forget, after the program, the John K Show will begin. Uncle Dirty, tonight is the last program before the beginning of Women's Week. There's two women that drive me on a daily basis. One of them gives me the energy and the hunger and the commitment to continue. That happens to be my gorgeous daughter. And the one that on a daily basis just keeps on sucking the life out of me in the best way possible. My rock, my soul, my everything, my gorgeous wife and beautiful daughter. Guys, what's happening?
Hi, Uncle Mike.
Hi, Uncle Mike.
What's happening, ladies?
Nothing much. Here visiting you.
Leah, how come you came to Baba's studio today?
I want to listen to your show.
You wanted to listen to my show? Thank you very much, sweetheart. It's such a pleasure to have you. Leah, everybody at home that's sitting down from coast to coast, LA to Chicago, you know where they are? They're sitting at home and they're watching us on television, and they all know that you started to go to the big school. Is this true that you're going to a big girl school now?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
5.
And do you like your new school?
Yeah.
Did you learn something cool today?
Not yet, but...
Not yet? We're not learning cool stuff yet?
But I learned a little bit of stuff.
A little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And do you have a BFF in your school?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Isabella.
Oh my lord, Isabella. We love you, Isabella. Say, we love you, Isabella.
We love you, Isabella.
So now let me ask your mother a couple of questions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I love the way she comes in. She knows the presence of the camera. She knows the presence. She's learned. Guys, sitting at home, if you guys want to know a little something, get on www.youtube.com. The channel's name is Uncle Hood Studio. Scroll on the way, all the way to the bottom of the page. You're going to see from our first original Uncle Hood Studio named Quicksand Studios. My daughter has a couple of her own segments. Go check it out. It's about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but it's a blast. I'm sure you're going to have a good time. So now I have a couple of questions for my gorgeous wife. Baby, your daughter is no longer a baby. She is now going to a big girl school. How's this transition been for you?
Well, it's a lot easier than a lot of other people because we already started off at the private school at Supagop, so the transition wasn't that hard. She left with all her friends, went back to the other side with all of her own friends. So it wasn't like switching a major school. I'm sure parents that had their kids at daycares and then brought them to an actual school, it was a huge transition for them. But mean, us, it is a big transition. She does have a different uniform as she's wearing right now. But it was okay. It was okay.
This was the first year that we had the opportunity to go and buy school supplies.
Yes.
How was that experience for you? And if this was your perfect world, how would you do that setup to make sure that we avoid everything we went through? Trying to pick up every single one of those items.
That's horrible experience, man. Like, I don't know if all the mothers out there enjoy going back to school shopping, but I was going bonkers because I can't find duotongs in all 8 colors. I can't.
And they ask for specific colors.
You know?
Teal. What the hell is teal? Thank God for the Uncle Johnny and the Jacksonville Jaguars, or else we wouldn't even know what the hell the color teal is.
Yeah, and labeling every single pencil, every single pencil. She's 5 years old. They asked for 4 stacks of markers.
What are they gonna do with this many things?
And for the last 5 years, she's been using that 1 stack.
That's
for 1 year, they
ridiculous.
want 4 stacks. So I don't know. It's a little too much, but I mean, we're gonna do it. Our parents did it for us. You
Exactly.
know?
And
So we're
until
gonna do
now,
it.
when you ask your daughter, does she like the experience in the new school? What type of answers do you get? What type of reaction do you get?
She likes it. She likes the new snack idea because she gets to go to school with snacks every day. So we go and buy her favorite snacks all the time so she can have different ones every week.
Like Dora candy.
Ooh, Dora candy. That's all they care about, guys, man. It's just the candy, baby. Put as many bags of candy as possible.
I try to put veggies.
2 days ago, my wife had a long night from the long before, and she was she was working an afternoon shift, so I decided to let her sleep in. I said, I'll go downstairs, I'll prepare the snack bag. Well, for me, it was very easy. I opened that freaking bag and I threw 5 bags of candies inside. And when I went to pick up my daughter the next day, she goes, Baba, whoever did this kind of bag, make sure you do a lot of them, because there was a lot of candy inside. Like, a lot of candy. So I guess she went and gave it to all her friends, and she became that cool kid. No, you didn't give to your friends? Bobby, what's the number one thing that Mama and Baba teach you at home?
No, just because everybody has her collation and can't partager.
If they don't have, what do you do?
I would give them, but
That's it, because we partage, baby.
but today I didn't have collation, so somebody give me collation.
Cool. www.theunclehood.com. As you see, this is a completely different type of Uncle Mike show. The beauty about our studio, guys, which studio will allow your wife, your kid to come in and be a part of the program? Uncle Dirty, when he said this studio is Uncle Hood's studio, he meant every single one of us, guys. From the listeners to the sponsorship team, to the I team, to the musical department, to every single one of us that walk into this studio passionately. He made sure that all of us could come here and do what we do, and we do it with the best type of equipment on a daily basis. Now, everybody knows I am a huge Oakland Raider fan, but most of you might not know, but my wife happens to be a bigger Raider fan than I am. When we started dating about 12 years ago, the reason why we started, the icebreaker were the Oakland Raiders. Then I found out she was Armenian, and third came the question, and happily ever after. The Oakland Raiders are right now 0-3. When the Raiders lose on a Sunday, unfortunately for 48 hours, my wife is no longer my wife. She is one of those, because guys, I don't want to go in the doghouse, so let me just make sure I choose the words carefully.
Choose your words correctly.
Exactly. She gets very feisty. She gets very defensive. Sometimes she thinks that she is the owner / GM / coach / quarterback / wide receiver, running back, kicker, and of course, punt returner. But honey, 0-3.
Yeah.
Coming in, we didn't have a type of year last year to make us dream about greatness. But in the offseason, we brought a lot of help. We thought that this year could be a year that we should be able to finish 8-8. 0-3, when you look at this Raider team, do you think this team has what it takes to win moving forward, or do we have to do a change? And if so, where?
All right. Well, I don't know where to start. I'm going to start off by saying, yes, we are 0-3. I'm surprised we kept it that close with New England, having
that's a win for us.
having a few of our key players out. You know, they were injured, so they're coming back this week. We're going to London and against Miami. So I don't know how that's gonna. I don't think we're gonna finish 8-8, and I don't think we have hope for the next couple of years. If you want the truth, I'm not gonna.
We're in that rebuilding stage.
Yeah, we're in the rebuild. We've been in the rebuilding stage for 12 years.
Since 2002, the last time we went to the Super Bowl
against Tampa. Yeah.
Since then, it's been
trying to rebuild.
Yeah.
People started to blame Al Davis being the owner and not choosing correctly. Well, the guy's gone, and we still not choosing correctly. So I don't know who to blame anymore, but there's nobody else but to blame. Nobody else to blame but us itself. Now all of a sudden we are no longer leading the NFL in penalties.
That's one thing at least they started to work on. But I still don't see the type of Raider football that I grew up with.
It's not.
The intensity is not there anymore.
That's it. It's not just win, baby. Before it was just win, baby. Break the legs, do whatever you have to do.
Stick 'em, baby. Jack Tatum, clothesline, baby. Name it. We had it back in the days in the silver and black. That's why people not only respected us, but most of them also feared us. And unfortunately, it's the truth. But in the 1990s, since the 1990s have started, the Raiders have not been that intimidating team that we all grew either loving or hating. I want to ask you a quick question about Start the Car. Do you like what you see until now? And do you think this kid has what it takes to be a promising quarterback in the NFL?
Yes. He's not a quarterback that fears. This guy runs, and when he runs, he doesn't run to the sidelines. He runs down the middle. He runs. He's not a
north-south type of runner. We call him in the NFL.
He's not scared. Okay, he's not a quarterback that's scared. He needs work, of course. Would I rather start Matt Schaub this year? Yes, I would. But Matt Schaub is injured at this moment, and he cannot start, so we don't have the choice but to go with Carr. Another little statistic is going in London right now. Apparently, whatever team went to London and played and lost never had a winning season. So,
I personally, that whole London situation,
I don't like it either. We just lost a home game, which is a big momentum.
I despise it. I don't like it. Whatever word you want to use in front of it.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to sell a game in a country where it has absolute no bearing?
They're more into rugby down there.
Yes, absolutely. Rugby for them is the second sport, of course, in back of football. Yeah. But some cities, rugby's even number one.
Exactly.
And soccer, or on that side, of course, it's football.
I don't know if they're trying to. I don't know if they're in Europe, they're trying to make some kind of football league, and I don't know if they're trying to set examples with the NFL teams. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it is not fair for those organizations that are losing one home game every year, and those home games count for a lot.
For sure,
now in England, in London, I'm so sure that 3/4 of the population have heard about Miami Dolphins than the Oakland Raiders.
I beg to differ. Really? I beg to differ.
I don't know.
Anywhere you go, from coast to coast, LA to Chicago, baby, Raider Nation is strong.
Yes, Raider Nation is strong, but I think Miami Dolphins in the eras that
because girls like it. Oh my God, look at this beautiful baby blue.
It's a dolphin,
let me wear it.
Whatever it is, it's not gonna feel like a home game. That's what I'm coming.
Yeah,
to.
Of course. Well, it's not gonna feel like a home game because you're not playing at home.
No,
simple as that. No. Where is the black hole?
Exactly.
Where is that intimidation? Where is the Duracell batteries being whipped at the opposing quarterback, man? That was old school Raider football, baby.
Don't underestimate, because the black hole with 5,000 members are going to London.
Of course. I already started. Now, 2014, it's so easy. If you love a team, if you like a artist, if you like a actor, you get on Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be, and you could follow these guys, their journey. And on Instagram, of course, if you follow the Raiders account, and if you follow a few of the players, I follow a few of the cheerleaders, and they started to post some pictures, and you could see that the city itself embraces the whole NFL, and there is a lot of jerseys everywhere. Yes, I understand that it is a popular sport and they want to try to push it as far as possible. But I believe that the teams that are going to England are the ones that are getting penalized.
Yes.
Bottom line.
Yes.
And the competition committee, or if it's the NFLPA, or if it's the league itself, if it's the commissioner, the owners, I don't know who it is, but I think this particular shenanigan should come to a hizzle.
Already-
www.theunclehood.com. You are listening to The Uncle Mike Show. Let's not forget to thank the ones that make sure all our bills are paid. Our sponsorship team has been a part of our growth and development from day one. Christian Kalashian, courtier en assurance de dommages des particuliers. 514-669-2751 for any contact information, any insurance information. Give Chris a call. He will take care of all your needs. And how can we go without mentioning www.57cals.com, my only vegan restaurant and Laval's best vegan restaurant. www.57cals.com. Now that we have my wife and my daughter in studio, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get my wife to help us in the Tweet Me Baby One More Time segment right here on The Uncle Mike Show. Babe, I'm sure you know we started a new segment here on The Uncle Mike Show, and we started to go from Twitter account to Twitter account to try to find the best 3 tweets to bring back and share with our audience. The first one coming in is from Kellen at GoGreen_GoMSU. Fall is the best time of the year for basically one main reason. Hashtag yoga pants. My man Kellen, I am on the same boat. I went to the same school, and as soon as fall came, I opened my windows in my house and I yelled, yoga pants, baby! Yoga pants. My wife looked at me with this look of half disgust, half what the F are you doing, half, you know, I have a couple of yoga pants, right? Next thing you know, of course I know she came with the yoga pants knowing that she's coming on the Uncle Mike Show and her significant other enjoys them. That is the first one to come in. The second one, hashtag tums. Very simple. Wow, this one here has got to be one of the best tweets ever, bro. At Sean75, at SHAWNN75, September 21st, tweeted hashtag tums time. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. We agree, my man, because it is Tom's time right now, 7:30 every single Wednesday on www.theunclehood.com. This last tweet, you rat SOB in the southeast corner, I heard from the grapevine that you submitted this particular tweet. Uncle Dirty is a huge Habs fan. He is a huge Montreal Canadiens supporter. As much as we know him as a piston guru, a car enthusiast, when the Bleu Blanc Rouge step on that frozen pond, nobody talked to Uncle Dirty for minimum 3 hours. If the game finishes 2 hours and 20 minutes, he has 40 minutes of me time. What happens in me time? The wins are a lot more enjoyable than the losses. Uncle Dirty, after a Canadiens loss, is not the type of guy you want to go toe-to-toe with. He's not the type of guy you want to go have a coffee with. With all this said, at Lady Habs, one of my favorite accounts on Twitter, at Lady Habs, huge Montreal Canadiens fan, tweets, "Don't ever leave me again." Hashtag Habs. The Montreal Canadiens were back at the Bell Center last night against those pesky Boston Bruins. Uncle Dirty came to pay me a visit. I was at Mimi's Bistro just chilling, preparing. Tums Mobile, of course, was always hot and ready for tonight's program. Uncle Dirty walked in. It was 2-0, but miraculously, guess what happened? The Montreal Canadiens came back and trickled by those Bostonians to win the game 3-2. Uncle Dirty is in the southeast corner. My gorgeous wife and lovely daughter are in studio that came to be a part of the show right now. Of course, you guys come. Look right here, baby. Right here. Baby, you see this right here, this camera? Look at my finger. Ooh. Gucci, 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 Gucci. I love it. Baby, I heard you have something to say. You look at this camera and you tell whoever you want, whatever you want.
You know, my teacher said me there's a boy that just break their foot and they left at the doctor, and you know what they put?
What?
A metal foot. And then
They put a metal foot?
yeah, and then he runs all of Canada to take money.
Oh my god, guys, I just had chills. Do you know who she's talking about, bro? Wow, bro. Leah, come here.
Do you know the name of this
Come here, Bobby.
boy?
Bobby, come here.
Fox.
Come here, Bobby. I want a hug right now, man. I'm in chills, the Virinzi, Bobby. I love you so much.
Yeah.
That was my dad's hero. My dad used to tell me Terry Fox's story on a daily basis, man. Now my daughter just mentioning this, guys, you don't understand what just happened to me from head to toe. I'm covered in goosebumps. Leah, you are truly an amazing little girl, and daddy loves you with all his heart. Do you know that? And do you know what Mama and Baba promised to each other? You remember we said it? Do you want us to do it in front of the camera, in front of the whole world?
No, 'cause that's bad. 'Cause fighting is bad.
That's it. And that's why we're going to do it right now. We're going to pinky promise that we are never going to fight in front of my daughter ever again.
Oh my God.
Pinky,
Pinky
promise,
promise,
pinky,
pinky,
promise, promise. These are the little things we do in the Marunyan family to try to keep everybody sane. She is the magnet that holds this family together. But what I want to tell my wife now that she is here, in 12 years, we have gone through stuff that any average couple would have called it quits. We have been through so much hell that the true definition of the word is just HELL. Simple as mother effing that. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. Uncle Dirty says, I really don't appreciate it when you put the personal stuff. I don't think it's the place. But everybody has seen it from day one. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't have anything to hide. It is a roller coaster type of relationship. And everybody has it. The number one way to overcome them is compromise. It's communication. Sometimes I want to kill her, hang her, and sell her body parts for some good income. But some of the times I want to praise her with every single one of those words that just gloat her and make her more blossom into the flower that she is. Sweetheart, I love you with all my heart. Thank you for coming in studio. Leah, I love you too with all my heart. But Leah, I love you more than I love Mama. But don't tell Mama, she's gonna get jealous, okay?
Before I let go of the show,
For sure.
I just want to let you know about the comment that you just did about how our life has been a roller coaster for I don't know. I just want to let you know and let the whole world know here, okay, that Uncle Mike used to be a Raiders fan. Okay? And I just want to, put it out there that all these problems started when he forgot about the Raiders and gone on this Liverpool bandwagon, which I don't understand where it came from. He never liked soccer. When I met him, it was all about football. Now he has a Raider tattoo right in the middle of the center of his back. I was so attracted to that, and he went and got a Liverpool tattoo 3 times the size of the Raiders tattoo that he has. So things started going downhill from there. So if all of you are wondering why is Uncle Mike and his lovely wife having fights and this and that, Well, let me just tell you, it's not Raider Nation no more. It's apparently, wait, Raider Pool. All right, which I don't understand, because for me it was only silver and black. There was no red involvement. For me, red was Kansas City, and that was it.
I started to stitch my silver and black with the red lining, and my wife didn't appreciate this color change and sport change. Guys, it's been 2 weeks. I've been trying to get rid of this cough, but what are you gonna do? It just comes back when I get excited, and when I start talking about my wife and my kid, this is what happens. Thank you very much to the two beautiful girls. And to finish off the show, this is what we're gonna do. Leah, come stand right here next to me. And you look at that camera, you don't say nothing, okay? Can you do that? All right. Folks, www.theunclehood.com. I have one quick announcement to make. This Saturday, our first ever boxer that we interviewed, Eric Bizo Bazinian, will be fighting at the Belt Center. Uncle Dirty, the Uncle Hood, and the Uncle Mike Show has never been present at a gala inside the Belt Center. With the help of Sensei, Mr. Angelo DeBella, we are trying to capture a couple of press passes for this beautiful event about to go down on the 27th of September, live from Bell Center, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, with your main event being Beterbiev. This guy, I have absolutely no idea who he was, but it's the truth, Uncle Dirty. You see, people would not even say that. They would rather just go from the side. Not me. I had no idea. Once we found out that we're going to be involved, of course, we start doing some research. And this kid has a lot of blood, tiger blood. So it should be a great showdown against Mr. Cloud, 27th of September. But why we wanted to be a part of it? Because Bizo Bazinian, baby, Mr. Eric, will be on the undercard. Now that we have everything said and done, Uncle Dirty Dur, I want to thank every single one of our listeners from coast to coast, LA to Chicago, who tuned in for a very different type of feel here on the Uncle Mike Show. Every time we don't have a guest booked, I tell Uncle Dirty Dur, it's going to feel like 2012, baby. And 2012, it did feel like. I have my gorgeous daughter right here as my sidekick. In front of me, the director of marketing and what was the new title that we had? The director of operations of Uncle Hood Studio, my gorgeous wife. And of course, the man that has been pulling the plugs from show 1 all the way till 250 plus. I don't know where we're at. Uncle Dirty, thank you very much. Wifey and baby, thank you. I love you. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, baby. Uncle Hood is imminent.